Tammy and I grew up in West Virginia in a small town just outside of Charleston called Sissonville. We now live a few hours west in Louisville, Kentucky, and although being a mountaineer is in our blood, this is where we now call home. The problem for us is that West Virginia has a population of about 1.7 million people, while Louisville Metro has about 1.3 million. This means work and traffic are a lot more hectic, so we have to get away sometimes. We used to go to Gatlinburg because the mountains reminded us of home, but it was also pretty laid back and quiet most of the time. No matter what we did there, we always had fun and we had great food. We stayed at a bed and breakfast called the Eight Gables Inn, and it had become our place to go. We loved it there because it was really nice, the people were awesome, and it was really quiet. But a few years ago, it was lost in the devastating forest fires and hasn't been rebuilt. It was emotionally difficult because this was our place to go. It wasn't a decision, it had just become what we did when we needed a break. We've been sort of lost ever since. Since then, we've been to Vegas a few times and a couple other places, but had not really found a new place to enjoy. After having a really crazy year, we decided to take a few days off from work, get some rest before the holiday season starts, and go somewhere. In 2006, I spoke at a conference in San Antonio, Texas, and spent 4 days there and had always wanted to go back. So we booked a flight and hotel, and we arranged for a dog sitter. When we arrived, we took a cab to our hotel. We stayed at the O'Brien Inn, which is the same quaint and quiet hotel I stayed at in 2006. It's about a block from the Riverwalk. In downtown San Antonio, there's a man-made horseshoe off the San Antonio River where you can walk down to the water and you can find lots of great restaurants and shopping. It's also a great place to just people watch. One of my favorite places in the world to eat is here, Casa Rio. You can also take boat tours around the horseshoe and learn about the history of San Antonio. All over town, there are thousands of these electric scooters. You rent them by the minute using an app on your phone, so we rode over to the Alamo. We were late getting there, and this guy wouldn't let us in because he said they were closing in 5 minutes. So we had a $5 snow cone. We took a Segway tour and got to see some of the old architecture and even an old cathedral. One morning it rained, so we went to the mall and did a little shopping and had a chair massage. Riverwalk is a great place to go at night and have ice cream too. We did do a couple of really fun things that meant a lot to us. Every weekend there's tons of young men and women who graduate from boot camp and they're walking around with their families. We went to a pharmacy and bought several gift cards and handed them out to these young kids as a thank you for their service and their sacrifices they will make so that we can enjoy the life we have. We would love to see this become something everyone does everywhere. The other thing we did was visit the Lovelock fence. People get married here and they put a lock on the fence and toss the keys into the river. Although we didn't get married here, we bought a lock at a local store called Lucky's. We wrote our names on the lock and the wedding date, and we put it on the fence and tossed in the keys. Out of all the things my wife does, one of the most special things is her ability to make me laugh and smile. She's really good at it. Our trip eventually had to come to an end, so we left early for the airport and hopped on our plane. I didn't get any sleep on the way home, but I did score the seat with all the extra leg room. Before we knew it, we were back on the ground in Louisville. We don't know if this will become our new place to go or not, but we definitely had a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure we will go back one day.